Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
This.
Give me all you got!
Listen,
Give me all you got!
swear me and my brother.
I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Right now! I want to talk! You kill him! You kill yourself, you motherfucker! Give me back my son! Help! I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
Hello and welcome to Stand and Watch, the best and only dad movie podcast you're ever going to listen to, because we killed all the other ones.
And then we did it in an extravagant way. We told like this fantastical story about how we killed them, and you'll just have to believe us on it. You'll just have to believe every detail is actually what we told you. Yeah.
It's true.
If you don't,
It's all
if
true.
you don't believe us, you're a bad son.
But perhaps if we keep telling these tall tales, we're bad fathers.
No.
It's possible,
Dads can lie. Dads lie all the time.
and that
It's
makes
fine.
that makes them bad fathers. Shouldn't lie.
No.
Shouldn't lie to your
No.
children.
Yeah, you can. Small lies. Like, hey, if you eat too much candy, the tooth fairy's not going to give you good money for them. You have to eat less candy to get more money for your teeth.
I think that teaching kids that the only reason to have good dental hygiene is for a monetary reward is a terrible lesson.
Look, they're gonna eventually monetize everything in their life, so might as well start them early. What's the harm?
If the only motivation a person has to do good is the expectation of divine reward, then brother, that person is an asshole.
All right,
And
Russ.
the same applies to children brushing their teeth in the hopes the tooth fairy leaves $1 under their pillow.
All
Those
right,
ch-
Russ.
those children are assholes.
Kids are assholes, so you're not too far off. Hi, everyone. I'm Nick.
I'm Matt. Hi Steve. Hi Standees. Steve, you're in this episode.
Standy. Steve. Oh my God, he is. I
Yeah.
forgot he was in this episode.
Yeah, he's in this episode. And this time
I
we
forgot Steve.
this time we liked the movie.
We liked the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the last movie we saw him in really been that long? Con Air? Has it really been that long?
Yeah, last movie for this podcast. I've seen him in movies since.
Right, me too. He was in Happy Gilmore too. He was pissing in a mailbox.
Yeah, that he was.
That he was. You didn't have to do that. You didn't, but you did it anyway. You committed.
The funny thing
Whatever.
about that is that he wasn't supposed to be in that, but the camera just happened to catch him.
Yeah, they were just going past the street, and he just so happened to be pissing in his mailbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do the Hollywood tour. They do the Hollywood tour, and they drive past Steve Buscemi's mailbox because they know he's going to be pissing in
He
it.
was having a dispute with his neighbor, and I say that neighbor had it coming.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm
Who-
on
who
Steve's
hasn't had-
side. I'm on Steve's side.
Who hasn't had a tiff with a neighbor? In case you're still wondering what today's movie was, we're doing Big Fish. We're doing Big Fish. It's happening. Tim Burton's Big Fish.
Tim Burton's
John
Big
Au-
Fish.
Tim Burton's Big Fish. John August's Big Fish. The guy who wrote Big Fish, his Big Fish. Yeah.
Was this a
gonna
book
read this.
first?
This was a book first, and then it became a movie, and then it became a stage play / musical. Wow, it's already been 13 years since the musical adaptation. Wow.
This movie's
Okay.
from 2003. Wow.
Yeah, I remember watching this at like one of my earliest sleepovers, like big group sleepovers. It was this and Cheaper by the Dozen.
I wasn't even born yet.
God damn, you're so fucking young.
No, that's a lie. I was born. I was 6.
You were a wee lad. I was.
Was I 6? Yeah, I was 6.
Was I 11 or 12? I was in there. I was in that range somewhere. Yeah, you make me feel old sometimes when you tell me you're not born, and then I realize you're lying. I forget you're the same age as my brothers, you fucker. All right, I've got Big Fish up right here. Big Fish is a 2003 American fantasy drama film directed by Tim Burton. It is based on the 1998 novel Big Fish, a novel of mythic proportions by Daniel Wallace. Film stars Ewan McGregor, Albert Finney, Billy Crudup, Jessica Lange, Helena Bonham Helena Bonham Carter, Alison Lohman, Robert Gilliam, Marion Cotillard, Steve Buscemi, and Danny DeVito. It tells the story of a frustrated son who tries to distinguish fact from fiction in the life of his father, a teller of tall tales. The film's screenwriter, John August, read a manuscript of the novel 6 months before it was published and convinced Columbia Pictures to acquire the rights. He began adapting the novel as a screenplay while producers negotiated with Steven Spielberg about directing the film. Spielberg eventually left the project to focus on Catch Me If You Can. Burton and Richard D. Zanuck took over after completing Planet of the Apes and brought McGregor and Finney on board. The film's theme of reconciliation between a dying father and his son had special significance for Burton, whose father died in 2000. Big Fish was shot on location in Alabama in a series of fairy tale vignettes with a Southern Gothic aesthetic. The film premiered on December 4th, 2003 in Manhattan. It was released in limited capacity December 10th, followed by a wide release January 9th, 2004, my birthday. Received various award nominations, including 7 BAFTA nominations, 4 Golden Globe nominations, and 2 Saturn Award nominations. It also received an Academy Award nomination and Grammy Award nomination for Danny Elfman's original score. A musical adaptation premiered in Chicago in April 2013. Those were long paragraphs. I'm winded.
You didn't have to read them all. You could have stopped at the first one. That was
No, I
your
wanted that.
choice. It was
I
your choice.
like this movie. I wanted to read them all. But now I'm even more interested to see what this movie would have been like as a Steven Spielberg joint. I don't think it would have been as interesting.
Really?
I think the Southern Gothic that you get from Tim Burton really leans in. Smell test? Who are we smell testing here?
Tim Burton.
Timmy Burton. This is our first director. Our first outright director that we are smell testing. Hopefully he passed. These directors tend to be troublesome folk. All right. Wow, he was like 47? He was a young fellow when he directed that. Wow. Okay. Let's see.
47, real young fella.
Really young fellow.
Yeah.
Burton began a relationship with Italian actress Monica Bellucci. Is that who I think it is?
Monica Bellucci?
Oh, never mind. I thought it was Belushi, but yeah, never mind. After they met at the Lumiere Film Festival in October 2022, which became known in February 23. Belushi first spoke publicly about the relationship in June 2023. They separated in September 2025. Oh, man. Sorry, man. I'm not seeing anything. Either he's just a really good guy or he's got a really good publicist that keeps his Wikipedia squeaky clean.
Interesting.
You would think there would...
You'd think with such a high, profile guy, especially one for being known for so weird, there'd be something.
I mean, is the worst thing he's ever done is made Frankenweenie?
What's wrong with Frankenweenie?
I don't know. I just wanted to take pot shots at a random movie in his filmography.
I mean, Planet of the Apes is right there.
It is, but it's an easy target. I guess I could have picked on Mars Attacks. Though I think that one's gotten to the point where it's got a cult following, if I'm not mistaken.
Corpse Bride?
People, yes, yeah, Mars Attacks, cult following. Are people cold on Corpse Bride? Do people not like it? I thought they liked it.
It's not a great movie. And it's weird how attractive he made a corpse.
She is a sexy corpse.
It's something's off, You gotta be sick in the head to design a corpse that way.
I try not to sexualize corpses. It happens from time to time, but
You're not Tim Burton.
I'm not Timothy Burton. I liked Dark Shadows. Dark Shadows was a weird one 2012 was a weird year for just everything.
You might be the only one.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like a rich family living with a rich vampire. There's just something about a rich family living with a rich vampire.
Aren't they all vampires?
I think it's just Johnny Depp.
I thought they were all
Depp's the only vampire.
I thought they were all vampires.
Is it revealed that they're all vampires by the end?
I thought they just were.
They're all outside during the day.
Well, so is Edward.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Is everyone that in every Tim Burton movie a vampire?
How do we know Tim Burton's not a vampire?
Oh wait, no. We should have shat on the Alice in Wonderland he did in 2010. He was doing a lot of bullshit in the 2010s. That's the one we should have shit on. I don't think he passed the smell test for that reason. I don't even know what Big Eyes is. What is Big Eyes?
Dumbo. Why didn't we shit on Dumbo?
Is that Dumbo movie bad?
Of course, it was a live action Disney remake. They're all bad.
They are all bad. What's the verdict on Beetlejuice? I never saw it.
Pretty good.
Beetlejuice is good?
Yeah, genuinely.
Wow. You're not fibbing. All right, I'll go check. All right. I was on the fence about it, but I'll go check it out.
It's got a great use of the single PG-13 F-bomb.
I do love it when movies do it. I also love it when a movie forgets that it only gets one and then it ends up getting censored at the end. That's what I love about Accepted. They're like, all right, we got Lewis Black. He only gets one F. And then he still uses two anyway. But you know what is allowed? Our dad-approved letterbox reviews. I've got mine right here from Clownhead. Great name. Gave the movie 5 stars and a heart. And said, IMDb trivia, every single drop of water in this movie is one or more of my tears.
I got one here from Bobby Finger, who is a pro letterbox member. Good for you going pro.
Mr. Pro.
Gave this movie 1 star and wrote, literally got robbed at gunpoint in the EMC parking lot after seeing this opening night and haven't watched it since. No memory of the movie, just the feeling of a cold revolver being repeatedly shoved into my stomach while I struggled to grab my wallet.
Is that a tall tale? Is that a tall tale?
We'll never know.
I wish he'd stop lying about being robbed after seeing Big Fish.
I choose to live my life believing that's true, and that person hasn't watched it since and just decided to log it on Letterboxd just to tell that story.
The 1 star convinces me. Did you check this person's review? Did you check this person's other reviews to see if he's been held up at gunpoint at any other point?
I didn't. I could.
Look, I really liked Pitch Black, but you know what really took me out of it was being robbed by gunpoint in the parking lot. Oh man.
Let's see. I'm going to their profile now.
What a fucking reviews. I'm gonna tell people need to know.
Nope. Normal reviews for pretty much every other movie. Just a regular Letterboxd user who just decided to log Big Fish. And it should be noted that he specified that he hasn't watched it since being robbed outside the theater opening night. So presumably he didn't watch this movie to log and then logged it on Letterboxd. He just decided to log it on Letterboxd to get that out there.
I wonder if if he sees a Tim Burton movie and he's like, no, he immediately gets PTSD. Like it's too close. I can't.
How many times
Can
do you
he
think?
watch?
How many times do you think he busts that out at parties? I got robbed at gunpoint seeing Big Fish. You know.
It's just such a weird movie to get robbed at.
All right,
Such a
everybody.
weird thing.
All right, everybody. It's time for icebreakers. We have a new member joining our team. This is Bobby. Tell us something interesting about yourself, Bobby. Well, in 2003, I went to see the movie Big Fish, and I got robbed at gunpoint outside the theater. I don't remember anything about the film, just the feeling of the cold barrel of the revolver repeatedly pushed into my stomach.
Do you think his last name was Wayne?
Bobby Wayne?
Maybe he's Bruce Wayne. Maybe he's just had bad theater experiences.
One of my favorite Batman facts is as they keep coming out with new Batmans, they have to change what they were coming out of the theater to see.
Yeah.
And because Batman has to have been a certain age at a certain point in time, you know, a Batman that becomes Batman in 2026, right, would have had to have been a child in like 2007. So at a certain point in the Batman origin story, Martha and Thomas Wayne were shot outside of a screening of Happy Feet. Ev- Eventually, they're gonna make a Batman movie where they were seeing the Minecraft movie, and that's where they were mercilessly gunned down.
You know what? If you went to the theaters to see the Minecraft movie and you got gunned down after, the gunned down thing would be the second worst thing to happen to you that day. They're leaving it. Bruce's dad is leaving. He's like, man, I'd rather get shot in the head, and then immediately claps him.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming out of the Mario Galaxy movie, and then just give me your fucking money. Boom. Then little Bruce
look-
Wayne, little Bruce Wayne, standing in front of a fucking life-size cardboard cutout of Yoshi. I'll get my revenge.
They look down at Bruce before they're shot, and they're like, "We blame you for this. That movie sucks shit." Pop, pop, dead.
Whenever he gets sprayed with the fucking scarecrow gas and he's in his nightmare, he just sees he's just chased by a Yoshi.
It's not even Yoshi. It's Donald Glover dressed up like a Yoshi. Hey Yoshi, hey, I'm here. It's me, Yoshi. Yeah, Donald Glover, your favorite Yoshi of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if they were coming out of a live show, it was probably like Yo Gabba Gabba.
They went to see the Wiggles.
Bluey the stage show.
Oh, let's get back to Big Fish. I could riff on the Wayne being shot, just like DC has for the last 100 million years. I like this movie. I think this is the most dad movie we've ever watched for the podcast.
I don't think it's more dad than Heat.
I think it's pretty close.
No, there's far too much emotion.
This is good sad dad emotion. This is A League of Their Own. No, not A League of Their Own. What's the other baseball movie I'm thinking of?
Field of Dreams?
This is Field of Dreams emotion.
Yeah, but it's no Heat.
I'll give you that. But the one thing I really liked about this is that Edward, and all the tall tales that he tells throughout the story, the tall tales are about the people around him. He's not building himself up to be this epic person. It's the people around him that are like the fantastical things in his story. And that's something I've always appreciated about this movie.
Yeah, he never once reveals that he's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He could have.
He could have. He could have easily thrown in there. And then I came into this town and they were like, that's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Holy shit, is that Ben Kenobi?
But he never
Seen
did.
him in years.
He never did. He stayed humble.
And that's what I like about it, because he's telling tall tales and he's building up these people that he's surrounded himself with. But it turns out to be mostly true. With some slight exaggerations. Like the tallest man, he's tall, but not that tall. Danny DeVito's not a werewolf. He's just an angry guy.
I Googled that guy, by the way. That guy is actually 7'6".
Yeah, so he's extremely fucking tall.
Yeah.
And I just love the tenacity of the character Edward. Like when he's a kid and he's met up with that old woman, and like if you peer into her eye, you see how you die. And all the other kids have run away. He's like, well, I kind of want to see. And he's like, oh, that's how it happened. He's like, most kids would be like terrified and would run off like Kevin McAllister. He's screaming at the pigeon lady. But he's like, okay, all right. That's interesting. Cool. Thank you.
I would have wanted to see.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I want to know.
I would want to, I don't know if this might have been like after your middle school years, but in my middle school years, we had the death clock that everybody would go to see when you would die. And I kind of wish I would have wrote it down to see if it was accurate.
I think we did have that. But I would like to know. Because I want to know if it matches with how I imagine it to be, or my dream scenario of how I want to die. What I imagine the perfect death to be.
Did you relate to the son at all in the way he was just being a whiny little, like, I don't know my dad. He's always telling these big tales. I know he's a liar. Dads are dumb. He's dying and he's dumb.
I didn't relate to his whole I don't really know my dad thing and whatever, because I'm with the dad there, stay emotionally closed off. I do, however, think he has a bit of a point in that old man is a liar, and he should stop it.
What do you have against liars?
I don't like him. Dude, lying is wrong, And this is what I find most egregious is that I bet you, since it turns out all of those were real people, the stories are probably already interesting. What do you got to throw in a mystical fish for?
It's
You
him
worked at a
building up
you wor-
his mom was the mystical fish.
you worked at a circus. Like that's interesting enough. What do you got to say? Oh, and the ringmaster was a werewolf. No, that's Danny DeVito. What are you making up? What are you embellishing things for? That's interesting enough.
He's just an angry man that knows way too much about this woman half his age.
I do believe that the bank robbery happened though. That's true.
Like as he
As
as
he
it was told.
as it was told, 100%. That was 100% truthful.
Yeah, and I think the other one that's not true is the Korean War, the Siamese twins that aren't actually Siamese, they're just twins.
Yeah, they're just regular. It's like why?
They're just
Why
like,
make
why are they
that? Yeah.
why are they Siamese?
Why add that like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add anything to the story that they're Siamese. It's just like it doesn't add anything that Danny DeVito is a werewolf. Why make that up? Why like just tell the story? Yeah, I worked at a circus and this man slave labor. This man took advantage of me, didn't pay me, and just gave me one fact a month about a random girl that somehow he knew this information.
He was peeking on her.
Right?
He,
That's an
the
interesting.
reason
That's an
the
interesting
reason he
story
thought he was a
on its own.
werewolf because he was sneaking off to go peek on the girl and find out her secrets.
That's an interesting enough story on its own. You don't gotta add in the fact that and yeah, he was a werewolf. Like what? Like why? What are you doing?
Don't hate on Edward because he's a good storyteller.
Oh, he has pretty perfectly good stories. What do you gotta add these ridiculous? And he was a who cares? I bet you if he didn't do that, his son would have respected him more, and they wouldn't have had a strained relationship.
And I disliked that he had to go to the woman from the town that Edward was smitten with. Like he tracks her down. She's like, "Oh no, like your father your father and I could have very easily boned at any point, but he didn't. He saved the town." And I think that's when he starts to realize like, yes, dad may be embellishing, but he's not completely full of shit. Wow, I'm a bad son. I should have been listening to my dad instead of being a grumpy fuck.
Well, maybe the dad shouldn't have embellished so much. I think they're both to blame, frankly. I think this is a movie about two people who are just bad at communicating, and
I agree.
it's both of their fault, and they should both be ashamed.
He should have been working on making his son a better storyteller.
Yeah, and
But
how come
he gets to do that at the end.
don't
He passes the torch.
I don't
There's a
understand.
literal
I don't
passing of
understand.
the torch.
I don't understand why the mom at any point couldn't have just stepped in and be like, "Yeah, the guy wasn't really a werewolf, but like it's true." Like, cut your dad some. Cut your dad some slack.
He immediately puts her in a home. She's talking about werewolves now too. Just get out of here. Get out of here, mom. You're not helping the situation at all.
I just feel like this whole family dynamic is wrong, and they're all to blame.
I don't know, man. It's just I relate to that as someone who had a dad who is now dead. I related to that aspect of I'll never know who my father is. Oh, like it's a movie that makes you wonder about if you truly know the people in your life, or if they're just there and you're just waiting for them to go away and you don't know anything. It's one of those things that makes you think. It's like, it makes you think about what your legacy is, what you're leaving behind. Because Edward is leaving behind these awesome stories, and what Edward doesn't realize until the end is that his awesome story, like his legacy, continues through his son. So if his son is not an awesome storyteller, those stories die with Edward.
Well, as someone with a father who will eventually be dead.
Is he listening right now?
Yep.
Matt's dad, you have plenty of years ahead of you. Do not let him get you down.
I will say this. I have a father who tells stories about his life that I'm 99% sure he makes up. He has various stories about a friend he had in high school named Wheels White.
It's a great name.
Yeah, it's not a real person. So I think that fathers should just stop it. Just stop.
Wait.
Just stop it and just tell the truth.
Wheels White, is that his friend? In every story, is Wheels White the one doing something terrible?
No, I think they don't even do terrible. He had a friend named Wheels White, and they did things together. And I can't remember if Wheels White was in a wheelchair or not. I think he is.
I think you've got a Ricky Stenicki situation here. This is a Ricky Stenicki. Your dad has his own Ricky Stenicki.
At my grandmother's funeral, he had one of his friends corroborate that Wheels White did in fact exist.
This is your dad's Ricky Stenicki.
Okay, he was right, and I was like, at your own mother's funeral. What's wrong with you? You're getting your
dad.
You're getting other people involved. He's like, no. See, I was like, yeah, you just told him to say that.
Your dad's gonna have to hire an actor in a wheelchair to be Wheels White, White Wheels, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, look, we didn't mean to get drunk and pass out at the bar. It was Wheels. It was Wheels.
I mean, I would like to meet John Cena.
But so that would be cool. The last time I watched this, which was a few weeks ago, not a few months ago, as you said before we started recording. I mean, I just, we live in this weird time where it just feels like a lot of people's legacy is that they got really good at being mad at whatever the internet or the TV told them to be mad at. And it gave me that epiphany. It's like, oh wow, yeah, there's a lot of people who that's their legacy. That's what they're leaving behind. You got really mad at whatever the internet told you to be mad at. Good fucking job. Can't tell me what my birthday is, so and so person. But you're really good at being mad. Cool. Legacy. What are you leaving behind, person who gets mad at stupid shit on Twitter or Blue Sky? Tells a young millennial that they're dead inside. What are you leaving behind?
There's no young millennials left. What are you talking about? The youngest millennial is 34 years old and has back problems.
You shut the fuck up. You just described me. But yeah, this is a movie that if you're going through your midlife crisis, or if you're getting up there in age, it really does make you think, like, what is my legacy? What am I leaving behind? Am I an angry curmudgeon that gets mad because this thing happened that doesn't affect me at all? Or am I the person that's creating beauty for the people around me? And like, when I'm gone, like what stories they're going to tell about me? Yeah.
I will tell people just the most vile things that I can think of about
I'm going to say
about you and the various activities you got up to.
I'm going to be like, yeah, Matt Fresh, he was a monster. Thank God they took him out when they did.
We're here today to honor the legacy of Nick Kaufman, and that legacy is a wife and children over there. Glad that he's finally gone. They're finally free from his reign of terror.
There's an idiot listening to this now that's taking this seriously, taking this at face value. Like, oh my God, he's a terrible father and a terrible husband. Goodness. I'm glad he's dead. We've kind of dabbled on the good and the bad. Any glaring bads?
I wouldn't say there's any glaring bads. Like, it's a finely put together movie. I do feel like some of it. Hang on, it's all right. Something fell. I have to pick it up with my feet.
Great podcast, and the listeners are going to love this. The viewers are going to try and see all the posters behind you. Don't give them an inch; they'll take a mile.
Just something fell out of
fun at something in the background. Viewers, this is for you.
Something fell out of my little.
Listeners, we love you. Viewers, eat shit.
I have a PlayStation VR gun, and it's in my little bookcase shelf in my desk, and it fell.
Why are you packing during the podcast? Why are you packing the heat?
Well, I just have
the heat.
It's just there in storage.
Why are you strapped? Why are you strapped for the podcast?
I'm gonna rob a bank after this, okay?
You're gonna go rob somebody coming out of Big Fish. Give me your fucking wallet.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I think they played Big Fish actually in a theater near me not long ago, so I could have.
Man, this movie would be 25 years and oh my god. Oh my god. First time I saw this was at a slumber party for Demolay.
Anyway, what were we
Like
talking about before my gun fell?
any negatives? You
Oh,
said it's a
yeah.
well-made film.
It's a well-made film, it's well put together, I don't think there's anything glaringly wrong with it. I did feel at times that s I did feel at times, the stories he was telling, it felt very structurally Forrest Gump in a way,
Mhm.
and I don't like Forrest Gump because Forrest Gump is just things of him going, "Well, this happened to me, and then that happened, and then now let's move on to the next thing."
For I dream of a Forrest Gump sequel where he's just going through all the bullshit now. He was front and center for Kirk.
I I I do like this more than Forrest Gump because I think this movie does have a point. And I don't know what the point of till this day, I don't know what the point of Forrest Gump is other than a bunch of Gen Xers going, "Look at all this stuff."
No, the point of the point of Forrest Gump is for you to hate Jenny. You're supposed to hate Jenny. You're supposed to sit there and get mad about this woman living her life. Be like,
Yeah,
that
so
Jenny girl is kind of the problem here. I
to
think Forrest be happy if she were gone.
this is this is a better version of what Forrest Gump is kind of like, but I do structurally, it's I I don't like it. A lot of it felt like it was like he's telling the story of, I guess, when he was stuck in bed for 3 years,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, "Okay, well, what was kind of the point of that story?"
Tell me, yeah, give me the. I I
And
do
it
think this movie. I think there'd be a benefit to it if the stories were coming from somebody else,
yeah, or if there was
not the dad.
I feel like if there was a better connective tissue between all 'em. I think it really picks up when he starts talking about when he met his wife.
Hmm.
I think at that point, there's a really great through line. I think that's the best part of the movie is that little part in the middle where it's just, this is, I love at first sight and, the field of daffodils and getting beat up by Roy.
That poor man cannot hold on to a woman to save his
No,
life.
he can't. Like that, like from, I think from that point to like the Korean War is the best part of the movie
I do
because
like the son.
it's the strongest. Like, okay, this is why the story's being told. There's a through line through it that's very okay. He's telling the story because of this, and there's a point to it. There's a point to the other stories, but a lot of it, it feels very much, well, here's this story. Now here's this story. Now here's this story.
Mm, I do wish. I do wish there was more focus on the present day, just a bit more, because I mean the arc, it's for the son, like it's a full arc for the son of like, oh, I hate my dad's storytelling, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Well, guess what we're gonna listen to for a fucking hour and a half, Bucko? Your dad's storytelling. And then I'm not the biggest Burton head. There's only one Burton in my life, and his last name's Guster. And
I believe you
I
mean Methuselah Honeysuckle.
oh, you're talking about Gee Buttersnaps?
You're talking about Dynasty, comma to the top.
Talking about Tan? You're talking about Tan.
That's correct.
So that's the last one I got. It's the last one I got. I need to rewatch Psych.
D
We should just do
Buttersnaps.
Gee Buttersnaps. We should just do a whole wheel of Psych episodes.
Just
Just
make
for
us
no reason at all.
just do a psych pod. Just do a separate podcast.
I tried talking into that, and you said we've got too many podcasts, and I said I know, but this one would be good. This one would be so good.
No one's gonna listen to two people who had nothing to do with the show
We'll say that we
do
were there.
do a
We'll say,
rewatch podcast.
we'll say that we were there the entire time. They'll never fucking know. They'll never know. How do we get on the Burton? Yes, I'm not the biggest Tim Burton guy, but I do think the Southern Gothic, his whole shtick, I think it works really well here, even though I'm not the biggest fan of his. Otherwise, yeah, man. I think my favorite part of the movie is the son telling the story and then the dad dying. And
Your favorite part's the dad dying. Interesting.
Not a dry eye, and not a dry eye in my office when I watch this at work. Which, by the way, I think it's hilarious that you can still find this on fucking YouTube. Free. Not like you're buying it. No, you can just Google Big Fish full movie and it pops up on YouTube. The title of it is just someone's piss poor attempt at the log line of the movie. It's good. It's good.
I kind of almost wish that the framing device of the movie was just the dad telling Billy Crudup's wife the stories.
Why do you want that?
Well, because first of all, Billy, his son, whose name in the movie I forget.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. She doesn't know these stories,
Yeah,
so she'd be hearing them for the first time.
He's already heard them the first time. He's heard them already. So why is, he hearing them again or thinking about them? He doesn't like them. I feel like what you do is you have the wife hearing the stories and you frame it where he's telling her the story of him meeting his wife. And so you can start from him leaving his town and why he left his town, right? So then you have a full arc of why all these stories are connected. And then you have the son, being like, okay, whatever, he's dying, right? And going through, his fucking shit or whatever. And then that leads him to, well, his dad is telling his wife the stories that he's already heard. Now, separately, he's off learning. Oh, wait, he was telling the truth.
Does he know that he knows they're pregnant right away, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I almost think you can play into that. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that thought. Just because, yeah, she's never heard these stories, and her hearing them could awaken something in her. That in turn awaken something in him. It's a messy. It's A to B to C can get kind of messy, but I do like that idea.
And again, it solves that issue of, well, you have these stories that are like, okay, but why are these connected? Because, okay, so he leaves town, right? It's just like you go from this story to that story. Well, now you have all the stories, and there's a reason.
They just wanted to do Burton Forrest Gump. Okay, leave them alone.
I'll say, it's better than I'd like it better than Forrest Gump because Forrest Gump is kind of just Forrest Gump is Ready Player One for Gen Xers.
And then one day, for no particular reason at all, somebody shot that man.
Right?
Everyone likes the box of chocolates. I do that line. I just do that line. What do you give the Big Fish?
It's just Big Fish. It's not the Big Fish.
They should have called it the Big Fish. I think I would have liked it better.
Drop the. It's cleaner.
Drop big. Just call it fish. Call it fish.
By the way, that fish at the end, not that big.
No, kind of.
It just seemed like a regular sized catfish.
I think it's a metaphor. I'm pretty sure it's a metaphor. I don't think there's I don't think there was ever a fish to begin with besides that fish.
I know, but he turns into a fish. You think, okay, turn into a bigger fish. That's just a normal sized catfish.
But see, he was a big fish in a small pond. He could have had everything he wanted, but he stayed with the common man. He stayed with the common man.
No, but they put him in a river, so he wasn't even a big fish in a pond, or he was just in a river.
Yeah, he was going to another pond to do big fish things.
Oh, you don't know where that river led to. That river could have led to just a sewage.
Yeah, he would have been fine. You know what? He would have met like a trash goblin.
That could have been a man-made river. We don't know.
We have no idea.
He could die. He could die in that river. He could have no. That could be a sewage drainage.
He could have put his dad in a river that leads straight to a fishery.
Yeah.
Head lopped off. It's the end. It's the end of it.
Anyway, I give this movie 3.5 out of 5.
I give 5. Made me cry. Made me think of legacy. That's what pictures do. What they do. That's what they're supposed to do.
Maybe I'd like it more if I was a father or I had a father, but
get busy. Get busy. Get going. Go on.
Oh, hang on. I do have a father. Maybe I would like
Did
this
you
movie.
not?
Maybe I would like this movie more if he was dead.
Didn't he? Oh my God, he's listening. Stop it. He does not. He does not mean that. He
It's
does
okay.
not mean that.
He's a
Matt's
viewer.
dead.
He's a viewer, Nick.
Oh no. Has he seen an episode where we do the thing to the viewers?
Every time
And what's he say? Does he say you got to stop doing that?
he says, what do you do that to your viewers for?" Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. They showed up. They showed up for the La La Land episode for some reason, and we did a lot in that episode. So
That episode came out the same day Project Hail Mary came out, and the title of that episode was "Why Can't Ryan Gosling Be Happy?"
oh, there were people that were angry. They're like, "This has nothing to do with Hail Mary."
I think we just got lucky in the SEO. People were typing up Ryan Gosling, and we came up, "Why can't Ryan Gosling be happy?"
All the box office bros were just looking for a video about Ryan Gosling, and they got us. Sorry, guys.
I mean, ours
Go
was a
talk-
video about Ryan Gosling. If you think about it, he was in that movie.
He was. He did pretty well in that movie. I liked him in that movie. I can't believe your dad's a viewer. What, sir? Sir, this is an audio medium, sir. Sir. I think it's a 100% dad movie.
I don't know if I'd go that high.
It's got Danny DeVito. It's got Steve Buscemi.
It does have Steve Buscemi and Danny DeVito. But how much do dads really like Southern Gothic fantasies?
Dads do like Forrest Gump, and this has a Forrest Gump vibe.
Yeah, but how much do dads like Southern Gothic fantasies?
Not much. Not much.
I think that really brings it down. I think you're right in that, it's about dads,
It's
They-
too spooky.
right?
Southern Gothic fantasies are too spooky for them.
I think
Too scary.
I feel like the vibes will be like, oh, I think it brings it down. I don't think it's a perfect 100. Also, he first of all, dads will either not, they'll see, oh, he had a whole field of daffodils for this girl. Where'd he plant that? How did he get all that? Like they won't, like, the gardener, the dads who are gardeners will be like, how's that? Where did he get all those daffodils? How did he plant them so quickly? How did he get the permits for such a thing?
You know what I say to those dads? Are you Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Listen, dads take their gardening very seriously, and I think
They
the other dads will be like, a whole field of daffodils. What a pansy!
No, they're daffodils, not pansies. Get it right. That guy doesn't know his flowers. I'll agree with you. 80. I'm gonna take it down to 80, and that's my final offer.
I think 80 is about right.
Okay.
Do dads like Ewan McGregor?
I think they do.
Yeah,
They like Ben Kenobi. They like all Ben Kenobis.
that's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. He wasn't my Obi-Wan, but he is an Obi-Wan. Like, I think once you've played Obi-Wan, you're celebrated.
I mean, look, he was the best part of those movies,
He was. You don't want to sell me death sticks.
and I
You want
say
to go
that
home and rethink your life.
as someone who likes those movies. He was the best part.
You like the politic, and you're like, oh yeah, there they are in the council. Yes, scheming. I love it. So you told me those were your favorite parts. You're like, lightsabers? No. I want to know. I want the bureaucracy. Give me the bureaucracy.
Look, all I'm saying is Ewan McGregor was involved in like the top 2 lightsaber battles in the entire series.
Duel of Fates.
Yeah. And then him versus Anakin.
Him versus Anakin. Wow, really? They make you wait for the good lightsaber fights. They give you the one at the end of the first one, and they're like, all right, now you got to wait until the end of the last one. Sorry, nerds. Sorry, dorks.
I think the one in the second one against Count Dooku's pretty good too, but
Is that the last fight in that one?
I think so.
Remember that one just not having a lot of lightsaber. I remember that one having a lot of talking, a lot
Yeah.
of robots and a lot of talking.
Episode 2 is not good. He also, hello there. So yeah, I think just saying it. I think Ewan McGregor is top tier Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Be careful, Star Wars fans. You never know what's gonna make them go blow their lid.
Fucking nerds.
Same with the IMDb goofballs. These folks blow their lids over something in the movie, like Matt's little flower example there, and then they run off to IMDb and write about it like we care, but they're nerds and we should stuff them in lockers.
And it's always Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Always Neil deGrasse Tyson. What do you got, Matt?
At around 1 hour 8 minutes, right before Ed is shown parachuting out of the plane, he checks his watch. This watch ticked every second, when in reality there were no quartz watches that ticked in this fashion until the 1970s and 80s. At the time the movie was set, only mechanical watches were available and they swept fluidly. Kill yourself.
I don't know if we can say that on YouTube, but yeah. It's a movie about tall tales. It's a movie about tall tales.
If you know that much about watches and care that much, just jump out the window.
Look, I can appreciate a good hobby to this, but like, it's a movie about tall tales, my guy. He came out shooting there. At around 14 minutes, in an early scene, Will Bloom is seen giving Ensure liquid to Ed Bloom, which is given to patients who cannot eat solid food. But in later scenes, he is seen taking solid food, despite of the fact that his cancer was irreversible and incurable, and hence he should have never been able to eat again. Just the wording on that, like, wow. Shut up. Shut up. If
Okay.
I'm dying and you're feeding me
First of
Ensure,
all-
I'm like, no.
First of all, okay, just because he was eating Ensure doesn't mean he couldn't eat any solid foods. They give old people Ensure just because that's how they get their fucking protein or whatever. And, I've had Ensure. It's not terrible. You can just buy
Not good either.
You can just buy Ensure and drink it.
Yeah. It's
It's
like a protein. It's a protein shake.
yeah.
You know what? This guy sees some guy at the gym drinking a protein shake. He's gonna get so mad later on when he finds out those guys eat steak when they go home.
He
He's gonna be
goes
so mad.
goes to the gym, sees all the guys drinking Ensures and protein shakes, just be like, "Oh my god,
They're gonna die.
these
They're
poor
dying.
these poor people are dying.
They're all dying. They're all gonna die. These fools.
These
They're
people
lift.
these people are lifting. They'll never be able to eat again."
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? You got a dad joke?
What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fuck.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then, if you tried to say the movie title, it'd be Boog.
Big fish.
I don't have a dad joke, so I'm just gonna focus in on your joke. Pretend it was mine too, since I got it right. Let's spin the wheel. No
Yeah.
tall tales here. Just wheel.
There's 2 movies left, so
What do we got?
this is the last wheel spin of the season.
Wow. I need to sit down and start making my list for the next wheel, and then my ranking of this wheel. I don't even
Yeah.
remember everything that was on this wheel. Damn.
I feel like we got through this wheel pretty quick, but at the same time, it feels like it's been forever.
It's one of those wheel. I don't even remember what we called this wheel.
Neighbor of wheel.
Neighbor of wheel. Wow. Is this the 5th or 4th wheel? I don't even know.
4th.
Okay. Wheel, son
Uh,
of wheel, grandson of wheel.
So the next 2 episodes, it's either Little Miss Sunshine and then Falling Down, or it's Falling Down and then Little Miss Sunshine.
2 completely opposite movies.
Yeah, one about a family trying to get their little girl to a pageant, and another about a man going on a violent spree because he has a mental breakdown in morning traffic.
They're both really just about the collapse of society. So yeah. All right, spin it. Spin this fool.
All right. It's
Cool.
Falling Down.
All right. I'm angry, so this will be perfect. Let me see where this is. So then next week we've got Falling Down, and then after that we got Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Falling Down. Right now in the States you can't watch it anywhere.
Really?
You gotta buy it.
Wow.
You gotta buy it, which means I'm gonna check my library for it. I've never seen this movie. I've also never heard of it until
Really?
it was on this wheel. So That means it's probably not going to be at my library either. I might have to steal this from somewhere.
Let's see. Ooh, it's not streaming anywhere in Canada either. I wonder if my library has it.
My library has it. Wow, wow, wow.
Do they?
Yep, gonna put a hold on it. Place hold. Log in. The number of times I've almost doxed myself through my library on a podcast, too damn high.
Let's see. Oh, my library doesn't have it. So I am going to have to commit some crimes to watch this.
You could probably find it on 123movie.com. Not trying to.
I'm not gonna tell you my sources.
Well, that website sucks ass, so I don't give a shit if it gets taken down.
I
one of
have
those-
I have a I should take the wheel off. I have a
It's one-
I have an app on my TV.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah.
Suave. I guess I could have checked Hoopla. Hoopla might have had it. All right.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? While I'm here, Little Miss Sunshine. Let's see. I think that one's got to be streaming somewhere. That's an indie darling.
I feel like it's on Disney.
Here in the States, it's on HBO Max.
Oh. Little Miss Sunshine. Okay, here it is on Disney.
Did not realize Abigail Breslin was 30. They grow up so fast.
Wow.
Grow up so fast. She's 29, but she'll be 30 like in 4 days. Happy birthday, Abigail Breslin. By the time you see this, it'll already passed. Who cares?
All
Yeah,
right.
she was in Zombie. That's right. Okay, she's in way more movies than I realized. Wow. Oh yeah, she was the little girl in Signs too. Why is she not in more stuff? Her agents must suck ass.
Well, she's 30 now, and for a woman in Hollywood, she's basically old age.
You say her name to her agents, and they're like, "Who?" Ah, Hollywood, you fucking monsters. All that talent just left on the fucking table. Fuck you. All right. Yep. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go cry. I'm gonna go cry about dads.
You shouldn't do that. They're just dads.
They're just dads. They don't deserve the tears.
Yeah. Okay, tell your
Listeners?
friends.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
listeners, thank you. Viewers, right there, sit and spin. Yeah.
I got
All right,
nothing to say to the viewers. I already told one of them that I will like this movie more when he's dead.
Jesus Christ. And then you told the other IMDb guy to kill himself. So you were on one this episode. I think this episode awoken something in you, and I love it.
It's okay. Me and my dad have a pact that when he dies, I'm going to put his ashes into a empty Folgers can.
Why a Folgers? No, you're gonna accidentally drink it. Don't do it.
No, he wants put in a Folgers can or a Ralph's can.
You know what? You know what I bet you can do. You know how all these vinyl records have weird stuff in them now. Could
No,
probably
but-
put your dad's ashes in a vinyl record.
We made a pact that if I was ever, invited to some sort of award ceremony, I would take his ashes with me as my +1, and I would spill them on stage.
Gross. Gross.
I would walk up the stage holding the ashes, and I would trip and spill them everywhere and say in the microphone, "Can someone clean up my dad?"
You attend the award show with your living father, and don't spill him on the stage.
No, that's not as funny.
No. Okay. All right.
It's all
Is your
about
dad in on the joke, or is he going to be like shaking his head from wherever he is, up or down?
No, this was his idea.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right. If
it's
he's
all,
in,
It's all about the laughs, man.
I just don't want him looking up at you from his place, his final resting place, being like, "It's ridiculous."
Listen,
I can't believe you did that.
In 10 years, when we're accepting the Golden Globe for Best Podcast, I'll spill his ashes on the stage.
It's so sad that there's a podcast category. So sad. Ben Shapiro will win 3 before we are even nominated.
I'm not so sure.
He's a Golden Globe darling. You leave him alone.
I think our odds of winning a Golden Globe are higher than his.
Yeah, I was goofing.
Yeah.
It was a bit.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Anyway, tell your friends, tell your family, whatever you do, don't tell your mother.